Men always are daily liars. They lie in politics, relationships, history, business, and literally anything else. Unlike females, men always lie. You're a man, that means you're lying in your tweet. Blocked and oh, great, Mr. Male Feminist. You don't care about your feelings, he just wants to have sex with you. Said by another guy who also wants to have sex with you. Yeah, pretty much how it goes. By the way, this is from r/Whiteknighting on Reddit. Clothing optional, camp for girls. Camp for girls? Wait, what? Clothing optional, camp for girls age 14 to 17? Yeah, put them on a list. FBI, please. Haha, I hate men sometimes. No, I just hate men. This is why we choose the bear. Oh, the stupid, like, okay, the stupid thing of, oh, would you choose to be with a bear or a man? Which is stupid. Okay, finally a good opportunity to talk about this. Pardon me, as a man, for coming into a conversation about, oh my days, oh, you just smell that pre-release in his pants, dog. You could just smell the constant release on this man, bro. He feels so much like a male feminist, he can't even... pardon me as a man for coming into a conversation about women to talk about myself like we tend to do, but the current stream that males on the internet have dissolved into makes me hate myself. Wow, this is cringe. For even being in the same sex as these hordes of lunatics. Sure, I generally hate men so much, so much. And at this point, someone needs to be able to say that without being shut down by a moid. A moid? A moid. By the way, this comes from femoid, and femoid means female robot, female android, as in women are emotionless monsters who take advantage of men. So this is meant to be male android, so males who don't have emotions or don't really express their emotions in order to take advantage of women. Screaming misandry. It is misandry. To say that you wouldn't want to be with a man solely because they are a man is literally misandry. It's the same as a man saying, I would rather choose to sleep with a black widow than to be with a woman, you know, just because she's a woman. That's misogyny. You know, you have a prejudice against women, you have a prejudice against men. These are terms, sir. Like, that's even real discrimination. Yeah, it's discrimination to say that you would rather be with a bear and die than to be with a man. Just because they're a man, just because they have a thing in between their legs. That is discrimination. Because the mild criticism made their brittle ego shatter. Brittle ego. Sounds like you're the one with the brittle ego, sir. I've read the Scum Manifesto by Valerie Solanas. Mercy by Andrea. Okay, I guess this is feminist literature. Jeez, this dude is going hard. Listen, bro. These women aren't going to sleep with you. In fact, there was a huge trend that came out. Viral videos of women literally saying they wished liberal men were more traditional or were more like traditional men. Literally, there was viral videos of this. There were videos of women saying that they're against the soft guy era, which is men who aren't really being manly and they're being soft. So they're not gonna sleep with you, dog. I'm sorry, they're not. Maybe I'm getting the soft guy era thing wrong because I saw a video where women were in support of that. Again, how many of those women would actually be with a soft guy long term without cheating on him, without like breaking up with him for another guy? How many of them, bro? How many? Come now. There are certain things that God has put in us. Just, you can try all you want, bro, but they are in there, you know? Anyways, Mercy by Andrea Darkins. Sage articles galore, and a lot more of that kind of reading on the way, and I truly think that this brain-dead, obnoxious poop is a reflection of at least the subconscious patriarchal insanity that most males think. So you think it's patriarchal for men to think it's insane for women, and it's really misandrist for women to say they would rather be with a bear than a man. Okay. Recognizing what you're doing wrong and still doing it makes you part of issue. Do better next time. Get off my screen. Remember, queens, when you push a man and he leaves, he's not leaving because you are too much. He's leaving because he needs weaker women. Oh my days. Wow, that is cringe. King Max? King Max, you are great. You probably sucking on them disgusting, crusty toes with all the bits in between. You love that sour taste. Oh my days, you're nasty. You probably eat up a butt filled with dirt. All these women picking the bear over men, and not a single man has said they're sorry. They're sorry? Who are you, sir? Aren't you supposed to be the stereotypical? Bro, surely you're not the one who tweeted this, because it looks like you are. And if you release this on TikTok, you're a loser. You are a straight loser. I don't care if you have a girl. I don't care if you got a family. You are a loser. I don't care if you got money. You're a loser. The heck is this? What is this? Can you believe if there was a man who came out and said, I would rather sleep with an anaconda than to be with a woman. I'd rather choose a python than to be with a woman. And you would see, I don't know, Pearl Davis tweeting this. Do you know the cringe and the hate she would get from that? What is this nonsense, man? Ugh, disgusting. Bunch of male losers on my time, bro. Men is short for mental illness. Woman is short for wonderful. Oh my dad. I'm not commenting. I'm not, bro. I'm not. This is actually making me way more mad than I thought it would. I really feel sorry for women/girls. Generalization alert. The following are generalizations, averages, and observations. There are always outliers. Oh, you're the expert. You're the expert. You are the scientific society, bruv. You are the male equivalent, or the Einstein equivalent of male behavior, right? For about 40 years of a woman's life, she will have to deal with a menstrual cycle about 10 to 25% of that time. Women are about 5'5", shorter than men. I'm 5'4". Women have to be more careful of predation. Women that want to have kids have to put more of their life on hold than the man husband does. Cap. I don't care what your examples are. Cap. A man who has a child before they're of age, like let's say before they like have a stable job, let's say in their 20s, literally have to drop out of school. They have to drop out on all of their dreams, on anything they want to achieve, on their friends, on the relationships they have, to get a job and to take care of their home. Some of them are even like they're pushed and convinced to marry the woman, which has a lot of stress in it. And then if it doesn't work out, they could potentially lose everything in a divorce settlement. So can we not get into this whole women have to do more in relationships? Because no, it's of equal value at times. So please stop, okay? Women that want to have kids have a high chance of having some sort of long-term complication from that pregnancy. Dude, jeez. Again, men can have long-term consequences to marriage, dude. Alright, not that marriage is bad, it's just that when you pick the wrong person, things can go really bad for you. Women have more health complications in their plumbing. In their plumbing? What does that mean? Let me look this up. What is in their plumbing? These weirdo male feminists making words up, man. Hold on. Bro, so he's talking about their reproductive system. Which again, no, dude. ED is one of the most common things in the world. It's actually getting worse because of the prevalent use of pornography. Like ED is becoming a real problem, bro. Like, what are you talking about? And also prostate cancer. Like, why are we doing this, man? Both genders have problems, not only biologically but also in life. Like, both have expectations in life. Like, can we stop? Depending on where the woman was born lives, she may be treated like property and have zero rights. Bruv, yes, that can be a thing, but also in those same countries, men are also pushed a lot of the times into arranged marriages, and you know, having to do things for the family that they absolutely hate, aka India. A lot of men are pushed to marry women they are not attracted to, they're not into, but they're doing it for the family. They're doing it for some form of relation for their family to be considered in a higher status in that country. Men are also forced into certain roles they also don't want to do, and have to do the brunt of the work for a lot of things, and are basically treated like poop in a lot of countries and just left to die. The reason why the suicide rate is so high, it's because of this expectation and treatment for men to always be the breadwinners, men to always be the leaders, even if they don't get anything in return, and to basically pour themselves out for their society. That's why men do a lot of the dangerous jobs, and no one ever thanks us for it. And we don't want to be necessarily thanked for that. We just want some form of appreciation from the people that we love, and that is all. Sure, guys have various issues unique to them. Yeah, like we have the higher suicide rate by like a country mile. Like having something hanging between their legs, 100%. Are you serious? Brother, you might as well just, like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you on about? What is this? Okay. But that's not usually an issue. Okay. Alright. I'm a dude and I applaud women for owning who they are, especially with the difficulties they face. You are cringe. You are a loser, and you're probably not going to get the girl that you think you're going to get by doing any of this. Like, it's fine to try and understand women and women's issues, and that's great, but to do this, to denounce your whole gender to try and make yourself look good, is despicable towards both sides. Women don't find this impressive. They find it cringe and sad, and they take advantage of you, those who applaud you for it. But they will never touch you, ever. You will never be in their homes. You will never go on dates with them. It's not happening. Crazy how men don't build stuff like this anymore. They just wear 3-inch shorts and cheat. Wow. We don't build stuff like this anymore because it costs a lot of money. It needs a unique set of skills from a small group of people, and it would take a ridiculously long time to build. Back in the day, there were more artisans who were able to do this than there is now. I mean, look at the art industry. It's garbage. It's filled with people who are not artists. Filled with people who are not artists. The creative brain has been suppressed for efficiency in our modern day. So we're building efficient buildings, sir. That's why you see such boring rich homes. It's all about efficiency, not personality. Like, creativity has been on the ropes for decades now. When you're having a snack, then remember period cramps still exist. I've been saying this. I never enjoyed his movies, but he sucks. I don't care. I was the one person defending Amber Heard. The heck? Why did you? Okay. WE, it is. In the comments of videos, I wasn't necessarily saying she was innocent, but I found the amount of hate she received insane. Yeah, you know, trying to ruin an entire man's life just because you don't like him, and actually succeeding in ruining his life by having him be cut from several movies he was lined up to do, including a movie I believe he was already shooting at the time, and also having people send him death threats and hate him and lying about him to such a degree that he would have gone to jail and potentially been beaten up in jail, because men who abuse women and children are not looked at quite well in jail, and they usually are abused quite heavily. So, you know, yeah, the hate she received makes no sense, especially since a part of that hate is because of the fact that she will probably just continue her life. Yes, she's not going to get roles that much anymore, but she'll still be able to make money somehow. She'll still be looked over, because that's usually what happens with women who accuse men. Nothing really happens to them, and they just move on with their lives. And so it's not like compensating for that fact. Not at all. Knowing he's a drug addict told me they were both bad in the relationship and did horrible things to one another. Yeah, I guess it's cool to lie and to say that you were beaten by the person you supposedly love just because you're on drugs. That's cool. I've been in similar relationships. There is her story, his story, and then the truth. I feel real bad for you that you were in such a toxic relationship where you're potentially accused of beating her up, and you think that that's okay. You know, this is a form of simpage that's infected your brain so hard that you think that you are some sort of martyr for accepting the role of being the accused when you're not accused. This is the type of man who a woman would cheat on him and he would be like, I understand why you cheated on me. You know, I'll do better next time, baby. You're that type of guy. Everyone was so ready to just accept his. No, they were not. Literally were not. That is why he was cancelled for a long time, and people waited a long time for evidence. They even wanted more evidence than what was required. Even after finding out the judge didn't allow a lot of evidence she had to be presented, I thought it was disgusting watching slews of his they were not diehard fans. They were not diehard fans. Line up at the courts berating her like it was the 1500s. 1500? If it was the 1500s, if she was to come out and be like, oh, this guy beats me up, the woman would have said, yeah, my husband does too. Get over it and get back to cleaning up that laundry. That's what they would have said to her. And she was locked up in the town square. No, she would have been hanged. I didn't even know who Amber Heard was before this. I don't care one way or the other about her. I just saw a situation that wasn't right. You people are so tribal. It's okay. Alright, I'm not reading that. I'm a man who hates men to the point their suffering means nothing to me. Jeez Louise. After spending some time on this site and reading women's countless bad experiences and horror stories of men, I feel borderline nothing when something... Oh yeah, let me just read one side and not read the other countless stories of men getting absolutely destroyed. Do you know what I saw the other day when I was doing research for these videos and trying to gather some content for y'all? There was a subreddit. There are several subreddits of cuck men, okay? Literally sharing texts, images, and videos of their women sleeping with other men and bragging about it and loving it. To be fair, there are some images where the woman you can tell is uncomfortable with this whole situation, but she's doing it because she just wants to have sex, whatever, right? And there was a video of a man crying. He literally was in the closet, or might have been like outside of the room, filming, and he couldn't even, I don't think, complete the video. He was crying, bro, seeing his woman about to be destroyed on their bed, and that caused real psychological damage to me. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the hurtful things I've ever seen, and I get it. The dude's doing it to himself, but I feel like some of these guys are mentally ill and are so in love with these women that they will do anything for them. And here's an idiot saying that he feels nothing for men as a man. No sympathy towards men who love their women so much they would watch them getting piped by other men and be damaged to their soul. And you feel nothing. We're not even talking about the countless men who've been cheated on by their wives and by their girlfriends who would brag about it. We're not even talking about the stories of men getting abused and people laughing at them and not taking them seriously. Like, bro, I can go on and on, bro. Like I said, both genders have things to deal with. To say one gender has worse things to deal with is a lie on either side. It is a lie. Both genders have awful things that they deal with. Could you say one gender deals with it more than the other? Sure, we can have arguments on that. But to say that any other side has it worse, no, bro. We both have messed up things that we go through, okay? Messed up stuff that we go through, bro. But come on now. This whole game of my gender is worse. It's sickening, it's dumb, it's selfish, it's destroying the unity that humanity is supposed to be. You're splitting people up who are meant to be together for some petty I have it worse than you argument. I hate this stuff, man. I'm not even gonna read the rest of this, bro. I see words where he's talking about grape and all that. Yes, it's awful that women get to deal with that. It's awful that there are men who think it's okay 100%. But let's not act like men don't have things done to them as well that are awful as well. Like, come on, man. And that's it, man. I'm not continuing. I am boiling. Yeah. If you got to this point and you've watched till the end, like the video and sub, man. Wow, that was crazy.